Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. In this video, we will learn about the another lifecycle hook, that is ngAfterViewInit. So what is this ngAfterViewInit? ngAfterViewInit method runs once, it will also runs only once after all the children in the components template have been initialized. So you can use this lifecycle hook to read the results of this view queries. View queries means @viewchild, that one. I will try to show you that one. While you can access the initialized states of these queries attempting to change any state. So attempting to change any state in this method results in an expression changed after it has been checked error. I will show this error when it will happen, and also the view queries also I will show you. So the lifecycle hook which it will be executed is, so I told you right, ngAfterViewInit, and this one I will write console.log after view init initialized. Now if you see here, if I refresh this page, now you will be able to see after ngOnInit, ngOnDoCheck, now ngAfterViewInit has been filed. So this viewInit will file when only all the lifecycle hooks, right? So this component.html file, all the child views and everything is initialized, then only this AfterViewInit will be filed. Now for example, let's say that we want to access this element, so I will write something like #Leela. So here I want to access this element in the component in the component file. So for this one, what we need to do is we will be using @viewchild. Okay, we will be giving that hash frame, and here I will use something like element ref. Okay, so now this is the thing. Now if I want to Leela element, now if I want to access this one, how I can access this? For example, let's say that in ngOnInit I want to access this one. So if I want to access this one, so here I will do console.log this dot Leela element dot native element. So if I try to access here, so immediately you will get an error, cannot unable to read the properties of undefined native element. So this Leela element, it is telling that it is an undefined. So why we are getting it as an undefined is, when this ngOnInit will fire, so when this actually the component is initialized, then only this ngOnInit will fire. By the time this template will not be initialized, so that means this element cannot able to be found by this ngOnInit. So the correct place, the correct lifecycle hook where we need to use this one is ngAfterViewInit. So when this viewInit has been initialized, then only we need to use this like this. Now if you try to see here, so we will be able to find the element. So now the div element we are able to find it. Now whatever the DOM manipulations you want to make for this div element, you can do it. So this is the main use of this ngAfterViewInit. So when the view has been successfully initialized, then only we will be able to use this one. For example, let's say that I am having a variable in a such a way that is active, or otherwise loading. Okay, loading is equal to true or anything I am having. Now I will show in our life cycle hook. So normally when we will get one scenario, one error, I will try to show you, and I will use if loading. If loading is there, then only I want to show the loading. Okay, now if you try to see here in our output, we will be able, okay, ngOnInit is not there because we need to import the common module. Okay, let's import the common module. Okay, now if you see here and refresh this page, now we are able to see a loading symbol here. So now immediately I want to make this one as false, so I don't want to show this loading symbol. So let's say that I will try to use here AfterViewInit. So when the view has been initialized, I want to make it as loading is equal to false. So now I have made it as false. Now if you try to see here in our thing, now you will be able to encounter this type of issue. So this type of issue all the time you will be able to see it. So when you are trying to work in the projects or anything, so this type of issue you maybe came across at least one time. So at any time in your career, you will be able to get this type of error. So what is this error? We are getting expression changed after it has been checked error. So that means here what it is trying to do is a change detection has been ran. So now that entire HTML and all those things has been initialized. After initialization is completed and all those things, then again we are trying to make the state variable as false. Now what will happen? Immediately it has to run this again, this HTML everything, right? So that one, why it is telling is, so you are trying to change the state variable when that expression has changed after it has been checked. When the view everything has been checked, then the expression has been changed. So this is one error which you will be getting more often. So the correct place, this is not the correct place where we need to use this after viewing it. So where we can use this one is, the correct place is the ngAfterInit. So here we need to use this one. Why? Because at that time the variables will not, the template is not checked. So here you try to see, now the loading and all those things is not visible. So this is the correct place where we will be using. So this is the ngAfterViewInit. Now another one which I want to explain you is ngAfterContentInit. So this one is also ngAfterContentInit. So this is also one of the important thing. So ngAfterContentInit, so when it will be filed is, so it will be filed before the ngAfterViewInit only, before the ngAfterViewInit. So here if I try to do console.log after ContentInit filed, so when I try to file this one, so now if you try to see here the example, see ngAfterContentInit has filed, then afterwards only after viewInit has been filed. So that means this one will be filed before the after viewInit. So now what is the use of this after ContentInit and after viewInit? So now what I can do is, for example, in our lifecycle hook, so I will remove this one. Now I will be having one ngContent, okay, ngContent. So this is our ngContent. Now what I will do is, in our profile lifecycle hooks.component.ts file, or otherwise in our app component.html file, let's remove this one, app.component.html file, okay. Now here what I want to tell is, so here I will use profile component. So we already have one profile, right? So app-profile, okay. So this one I will try to execute, app-profile. Now profile will be included here, the profile component will be added here. Why? Because we are using the ngContent. Now I want to access this profile thing. So for accessing the profile thing, what we can do is, instead of using this view child, we will be using @ContentChild, okay, ContentChild profile component. I can use the profile content @ profile component, okay. So this is our profile content. So now where we can access this one is, we can access in the ngAfterViewInit also. So here if I want to do console.log this dot profile content, if I try to frame it, so now here you will be able to access this profile component also. Here you will be able to access, not only in this one, we can also access this one in our ngAfterContent also. So this ngAfterContent also we will be able to access this one. So without any errors we are able to access this one. Then what is the difference between these two? So I told you, right, before the ngAfterViewInit, ngAfterContent will be filed. One thing what you need to remember is that in our, when it is trying to execute, first Angular build time. So whenever you are trying to use it in the Angular build time, so this ngOnContent will be executed, and afterwards whatever the content is there, it will be rendered. So that means then afterwards, after rendering, immediately this content ngAfterContent it will be filed. Then afterwards only all the view components and all those things will be re-rendered. So this div hash Leela, these all things. For example, let's say that in our ngAfterComponent, so if I want to access this ngAfterContentInit, now you will get an error. So I will be not able to access this native element. I don't know about this native element. See why? Because when this is getting initialized, only the content which is present in ngContent only we will be able to access. The content which are available for the view template and view child and all those things, we cannot able to access in this ngAfterContentInit. So this is the main difference. Why? Because I told you, right, so one thing is in ngContent, when it get executed is in the build time, when it is this ngContent will be replaced with the original content, then afterwards only these all the view component will be rendered. So that means by the time when this one is completed, so this will be executed. So this is the main difference between ngAfterContentInit and also ngAfterViewInit. Here also you should not make this one as this not loading is equal true or false, like that you should not make it. So here also you should not make it. Why? Because you will get an expression has changed error. So here also you will be able to get it. So this is one thing which I want to tell you. So this is the main difference between ngAfterContentInit and also the ngAfterViewInit. Hope you understood about these scenarios. I will commit this entire code in our new branch, that is 16-video, and ngAfterViewInit and ngAfterContentInit. Okay, and I will commit this entire code. So let us publish this branch. So that's it guys about this one. So if you have any doubts or anything, if you want to refer this code means, I will be providing the full video link below to this video. Sorry, this is not a short. I will be committing this entire code. So if you want to have a doubt or anything, you can refer to this code. I will be providing this GitHub repository URL in the description below. So you can have a take a look at that one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.